What's going on, world? We're here with interview number 4. We got Joseph Pantore, right?
Yep.
Pantore?
Yep.
I pronounced it right?
Pantore, but you
All
good.
right. I know you got some Spanish in you, so
Yeah.
I know how it goes. I actually met Joseph flyering for a club that I worked at, and he found a flyer on his car. Came into the club. We had a conversation. He wound up trying the products out for a second. I wouldn't say lost communication, but just journeys were happening, and he's got some exciting things going on that I'm gonna let him talk about. And yeah, I'm excited about this one. This is gonna be a good one. I like the way these interviews have been going for me because the people I thought were gonna be on them haven't made it yet, and that's okay. But the people that have been coming, I'm seeing a little bit of like God's timing thing happening with this. Like the right people are coming in at the right time. So yeah, could you describe just a little bit about yourself? Maybe some basic childhood background or something? Because we barely had any conversations like this, so I have no idea what's about to be said. This is all like off the top.
Unscripted.
Yeah.
So my name is Joseph Pantore, like he said. I'm 34 years of age. Moved to Florida from New York about 10 years ago, so I've been here doing that. Started my whole TikTok journey, which is what people know me for now, about 2 years ago. Viral crazy on there. And I've just been working on every aspect of my life to try to better it like yourself. Definitely got a lot of good advice from him. And I do recommend these because they are amazing. He just hooked me up, they taste good. But just, I'm in the same motions as you. I'm just trying to go through life and better myself every day. And
Well, I guess what I say about when I say childhood, what paint a picture of like what that looked like.
Okay.
Like, was it a rough one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a different upbringing than most people. So I have me and 3 other siblings, 2 of which have passed away. Grew up in an unstable home, mother heavily addicted to any and all kind of drugs you could think of, abusive household, things of that nature. So basically me and my brother had to fend for ourselves and fend for our siblings. You can imagine being young, you can't really get a job at a young age. So
Absolutely, yeah.
was forced to sell things that are unworthy of the community to make a living and be able to pay for myself and my siblings. So just things of that nature. Street life pretty much. And then
I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
yeah,
to it,
so nowadays I just try to keep legal is my thing. I try to be legal with everything I do. I moved to Florida because I was still doing it up until I moved to Florida, selling stuff. And I told myself it'd be a new life, I wouldn't do it. I've never done it since, and I'm very happy to say that.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what brought on the moving to Florida thing?
My brother had moved here originally. He was here, I think, like 4 years before me. I have a very close bond with him. And it sucked not seeing him. I had gotten a scholarship. I was supposed to go to Connecticut, to New Haven for college. I was going to do marine biology. And then, yeah, that and medical was my 2 favorite things. So I was either going to be a doctor or a marine biologist. Didn't do either. But when I was supposed to go to school, my mother got really bad into drugs, and she had custody of my sisters, and they were contacting me like crazy. So I knew if I went to school, I wouldn't be able to focus on it. It'd be a waste of my scholarship. So I was like, I'd come out here and visit my brother. It was supposed to be a visit, and I just never went home. So came out here with a bag of clothes. The next month, I had a crib. I was good to go.
You said that was 10 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And you said you're 36 now?
I'm 34.
34?
Yeah.
So this happened when you were 24? Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of thought process was going on at 24 years old, realizing like I'm just gonna stay here, I'm not gonna go home?
It was just, it literally was an overnight decision. I had my best friend at the time. I hit him up. I'm like, look, I'm thinking of going to Florida. Like before, I never seen it or anything. I'm like, my brother's out here. I'm like, I might stay out there. I'm like, you could come, you could visit, whatever. I got you. I'll pay for it. It's cool. He, no offense to him, was like a mama's boy. He was living at home and whatnot. So I remember him being like, I'm not gonna tell my mom to the day we're about to leave. That way she can't convince me not to go.
That's so funny.
So we go there in the morning. We're supposed to catch a flight at like 6 in the morning. We go there at like 4 or 5 in the morning. He wakes his mom up. He's like, yo, I'm going to Florida. And she was really cool about it. She's like, you gotta leave the nest at some time. Da 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 da. We ended up coming out here, and then that was it. Like, he wasn't sure if he was gonna stay or go back. He ended up staying for like a year, and then he went back home because he missed his family. But I've been out here ever since. So
Gotcha. So you're out here already. What's what's your first couple steps? Like, how do you build like life in a city you've never been to, or?
It was cool. So I came down and I stayed with my brother for like my first month. The first week we were out here, we were just wilding. I came out. It was Bike Week, St. Patty's Day, and Spring Break. That's my anniversary.
Oh, wow.
So I thought that was every day here when I came. I'm like, yo, Florida's lit.
I'm never going home.
So the first week we were just partying and like learning the environment. And I played basketball a lot. It was sweating my ass off. But then after that, like when I decided I was gonna stay, I got a job like the next week at Walgreens here on Seabreeze. That was my first job. And I just stacked up. I had money already when I came out here.
On Seabreeze was your
Seabreeze.
first job.
Yeah.
Oh man, so you really got to see
I was there
for Daytona.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. I'd literally get off work and like have a bag to go right to Razzles right across the street.
That is hilarious.
So I was doing that for a while, but yeah, I got the job, and then I already had money from when I came out here because I wasn't sure if I was gonna stay. So the hardest thing was like being able to prove, because I didn't have a job out here. They're like, you have to have proof of income to get a place. So I lied on all those applications. I called someone from back home, like, yo, tell them you're my boss, da 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 da. And then I ended up getting in at Sunrise Point on Cloud Morris. Was like my first.
Okay.
Yeah, so right across the Dollar General. So I was there for like 2 years, and then ended up moving around, and now I'm in South Daytona.
Gotcha. So, a thing I like to ask people is, before I get too far in your mindset, what's the best advice that you think you could give anyone? Like, just one piece of advice. It could be to your younger self, it could be to the viewers, it could be to the world.
I say it to everybody who asks me to. Stay consistent. It doesn't matter what it is, stay consistent. Whether it's weight loss, me, it's my social media journey, whether you're trying to get a car, whatever it is, just stay consistent. Because the moment you stop or you start slacking, that's the moment that the possibility goes away forever. So,
Absolutely.
Stay consistent.
Gotcha. So, with that being said, a lot of the times I ask people that this is something they've never been asked. What's the worst advice that you've ever gotten?
The worst advice?
Something that just like pops out in your head and is like, man, if I would have listened to that.
Man.
And it's all right, because this happens a lot. Take a second to think about it.
My worst advice. That is hard. I don't really have a specific one, I guess. In my thing, it's like, don't listen to people, I guess, not rudely, but to their entirety. Because everyone has like their point of view. So someone could be telling you something, and it might work good for them, but then when you try it out, it doesn't work good for you. So just take the key elements. Because there's been a lot of stuff that's like, oh, I shouldn't do TikTok, or oh, I shouldn't. Like when I moved here, they're like, you'll be back in a year, you shouldn't have did that. Like, you won't know until you try something. So
Absolutely.
I don't have a specific one. That's a hard one.
It's just pick and choose what you choose to apply to your life.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like, everyone that you come across that tries to give advice or does give advice, there is right and wrong from it. Even though they're wrong in some points, it's not wrong for them because, like you said, it worked for them.
Yeah.
It's just they don't know that that's not going to work for you.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
So
that's a good one.
With you, having that form of mindset, what age do you think, was it recent, or was there an age that came about that you think just everything just switched, like it clicked for you, like this isn't like you said, you were doing things that probably weren't supposed to be done before to survive, which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Same life over here.
Yeah.
What age were you like, all right, something, I gotta switch shit up because this just it's not working, I need to do something?
So I'd say I had 2 points. So when I first moved out here, because like I said, I know what I was doing. I didn't like doing it, selling stuff to friends, even family sometimes, because they're gonna get it anyway. I never liked doing that. So when I moved here, that was like my first, like, I want to be different. I want to do things differently. And then I'd say 2 or 3 years ago, so 29, 28, which is more than 2 or 3 years, I'm 34. But
feels like 2 or 3 years.
But around then, so we hit a rough patch. We had like COVID. When I met you, my house had flooded out. So I lost a lot of things. and I ended up having to move in with my father-in-law, and that shit was the worst experience of my life. Those people, you know, they were helping us out, they didn't like me, period. So like being somewhere that you aren't wanted, and that's like, I never ever want to have that happen again, to where I feel like I'm trapped in a place and I can't do what I want, or I can't go somewhere without being judged for something I'm doing. So that kick in the ass put me just, I need to do my own thing. So like I was already trying to do, like I had a drone business, and I was already trying to work for myself, but after that it put me like, I don't care if I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail because of my own stuff. And I'd rather try my hardest and fail at my own stuff and have a reason for being in a predicament than just have it happen randomly. So that put me like, you need to do your own thing, you need to push, however it needs to happen, you need to make it happen, because there's no more plan A, B, or C. It either gets done or it's not good for you.
So what were the steps at that point?
So really I just started applying and like researching a lot of stuff. I started the TikTok thing, but before I was doing the TikTok thing, I was doing like my music in my studio. So just getting in contact with people, trying to network, figuring out what was good with music. It's like, what's popular, people are doing auto-tune, how do I get these programs, how do I make it sound good? It's just a lot of research and knowledge. And then once you're able to do that, you're able to make the change and be able to market to people that you feel would be accepting of that. When it got to the TikTok thing, same exact thing, just a lot of research, and I just wanted to be my own boss. The TikTok thing, I didn't think was ever gonna like blow the way it was. I really wanted to just like go viral one time to get Toyota's attention. I was trying to get a car out of them. But then it ended
still
up
waiting on you.
Yeah, definitely. But so then it just started going crazy, and I realized how easy it was. And then once you're able to figure out how to manipulate the system, it's good to go. So
backtracking to what you said about stay consistent with whatever it is you do. At what point of you said you're doing music, right?
Yeah.
Your music career, did you decide to add in something else, TikTok?
Yeah.
Like at what point did you realize, or not even realize, because do you still do the music?
Yeah, of course. That's my main goal.
Yeah. Okay, so what brought on the urge or the need? You said you wanted to go viral one time, but obviously there was a time where you're sitting there thinking like, maybe I should add this in there.
Yeah. So I've been doing music since I was 13. If you look at my YouTube, I have over 1,000 videos.
If you want to plug in your YouTube,
The Real Jump 77, and that's everything.
77,
YouTube, TikTok, all that.
I'll put the link in the comments or the bio.
But I've been doing music since I was 13. Started with the radio and the mic. Then I bought a computer, started doing that. Once I got into, because when TikTok first started, I was completely against it. I'm like, I hate this app. I don't know why everyone's on it. You'll never catch me on there. And a lot of people will tell you I'm a hypocrite. I am. I'm sorry. So that's fine. But when I started doing videos just for the hell of it. I'm like I said, I wanted to get Toyota's attention. And then I had one video, like, it didn't go viral. I got like 400,000 views, which to me is viral.
That's viral.
Yeah.
That's viral.
So, and I was just being stupid on there. I told my brother, I'm like, look, I'm on this app. He was working at Olive Garden at the time, and he put a video of like the soups that they make there, because everyone thinks everything is homemade and it's not. And it went viral. He went viral in like a day. And I've been trying to go viral for mad long.
Oh, man.
I'm like, all right, bro. So now I'm like, yo, it's mad easy.
Fucking soup.
Yeah. So then I just started doing it daily, and then I started seeing the views increase, and then I started putting music in it. But TikTok makes it hard with the music. Like, if you don't own the rights, which a lot of my music I don't, I like take the beats from YouTube and then record over them.
Gotcha.
So they make it hard. So I figured
I'm noticing even a lot of the videos I post now with the background music that they give me to select, they still crop it out after a while because of that.
They're very strict on that. So after a while, I'm like, look, I'll just do the TikTok thing because I want to be able to grow it so I can get the followers, and then I'll migrate them all to YouTube. So then that was my goal for a while. I'm just going to grow it and grow it and grow it. But then it just started going viral all the time. And now, last year I released the album, 2022, I released the album December. And it went viral, but I couldn't make any money off of it because I didn't purchase any of the beats. So this year, December, I'm going to drop another album with me purchasing everything. And if it goes viral, I'll be able to stream it and make money off of it.
Gotcha,
So that's
good
my
shit.
plan for that, yeah.
Hell yeah. What did you see in TikTok that made you like go for it? Like, what was it about TikTok platform? Because obviously there's Snapchat, there's Instagram, there's different platforms.
It's just the accessibility of it and how easy it is. Like, YouTube was my biggest thing I was on for a while. I was trying to do numbers on YouTube. I post music every day, literally. I record every day for like a year straight. I tried streaming on there. It was nothing. And then I got on TikTok just playing around and found out that the videos blew. And then I started taking it more serious, and then I got more serious results. So then I just kept going and going, and it keeps going. So, but just the easiness of it, just that anybody at any time, and I tell them when they ask me, if you stay consistent on that app, it will happen, and you won't know when. It could be, I post videos on there that I posted when I first started that didn't get any views, and I'll post them now and they'll go viral. Or I posted a video on the 18th that just went viral that I posted like 3 months ago that went viral. So I know like people like that.
So you just said some shit right there. So you recycled the videos now that you have the viewers and stuff.
Yeah. So so for your content, especially like this month, because every month, because I got 100,000 followers, I'm in like this pulse program. And how that works is whenever you get an aggressively viral video, which means it goes viral in a couple of days, they'll put ads that you don't see, but like other people will see on your video, and you'll get paid for that. But they only do it on your viral videos. So every month now I try to go viral. This month, like we're in the 20th, it's almost the end of the month. My views weren't going viral, so I took an old viral video and put it up so I can get the numbers and the traffic so I can go viral more. So it locks in the numbers. So when you know, or like I've had some that maybe did 200,000, and I'm like, all right, maybe it was just a bad wave, and then you'll repost it and it'll go viral. So if you think that you got a winner there and it doesn't go the first time, give it a couple of weeks and post it again, you'll probably be good. It's just the timing, the app, there's so many factors. The music you pick, because like right now, the Beyonce thing is the country song, the Texas Hold'em, I think it's called. Okay. That song is going crazy. That's what I just used, and because it's going crazy. And
viral went viral.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so at the point you're in now, if there was someone watching or listening that's like been like, that's what they want to do is TikTok, but they just don't have the confidence to make that jump. What kind of tips or tricks, like if you're comfortable?
Yeah, of course.
What would be like if you were to restart right now? I guess this is a better way to word this. If you were to restart, what would be your steps?
The first thing is find out exactly what you want to do. They call it your niche, and it's basically something that makes you your brand, that makes you stand out. So for me, no matter what I do, I'm on my tricycle. People know me for the tricycle. I get a whole bunch of comments. It doesn't matter what I do. I can do a handstand. As long as I'm in the tricycle, it's cool. It could be an item. It could be, there's people who will do, skits of the same sort. Whatever it is that you're comfortable doing. Some people just use their kids. Focus in on that and then stay consistent. Don't slack even when the views aren't there. Try to post daily. I know some niches are harder than other. Like if you're doing cooking or if you're doing something that you can't do every day, do it as frequently as you can. Stay frequent. Don't do any of the follow trains. They only hurt your account. The follow for follows, they never help your account. TikTok will shadow ban you. You won't get any views.
What is shadow ban for people that don't know that?
When you get shadow banned, think of it as a ban that you can't see. That's why they call it a shadow ban. So like right now I'm going viral. If I was to do something like a follow train, my views would dip or I wouldn't get any views on my video. They basically take you out of the For You page, which is the page where everyone sees your videos organically. So it's where all the popular videos are posted. Anybody who's doing anything remotely cool, it's posted. And it doesn't have to be a large following or not. It's just where everything is, which is why TikTok is a good place to go viral. You want to be on that page. You get into the algorithm and the For You page by posting consistently. When they see that your account is currently active and you're getting some sort of views and traffic, they'll keep putting people to your video so you grow. Once you stop or once you start doing the follow trains, they put a stop to that immediately. So
they got a pretty tight run out.
Yeah. It's once you get into the algorithm, it's cool. It's real easy. But getting into it is where people hit the wall because they're not getting the views, so then they stop posting, or they don't feel like people are seeing them, so they stop posting. But if you keep posting, you'll get into the algorithm, and that's where you want to be. You just stay consistent, you find your niche, and then, which again is the thing that makes you you, and then try to stay relevant with either things that are going on or the sounds. Like I said, new songs that come out. If you're on TikTok, if you're trying to post on TikTok, chances are you're on TikTok scrolling and seeing things. You'll know what sounds you hear frequently. You'll know what dances, if you're a dancer, you see frequently. And like copy that, but make it your own. Like I'll do the sounds that are frequent, and I have my tripe, and I'll do my little words. And then that keeps me frequent with people. When the new songs come out, I'll use the new songs for my posts. Or like they just did a TikTok ban, so I did like a joke about the TikTok ban.
Oh.
And that'll keep you relevant, yeah. So try to stay on relevant things, stay consistent, and then make it your own. As long as you do that and you do it over and over again, you're good to go. Yeah.
I think I really like the fact that it's a platform where you can be creative in any aspect as like yourself. You can put your own niche on it, like you said with your tricycle. It's fucking hilarious. I love that thing. But yeah, it's like for literally like you said, for anyone. Like you can be in just throwing some stuff off. I don't know why this came to head, but witchcraft, money, whatever, painting.
There's a guy I see on there, and I know he's acting, but he has a really rundown apartment. So this is for anybody. It's really dirty. That's his thing. Everything is dirty. He has dishes in the sink, and he cooks.
I've seen that guy. Yeah.
And he'll just take the stuff out dirty, eat it, and that's his
Make
thing.
it on the counter.
Yeah,
I've seen that. That's funny. I think he just posted one where he got a new house, and then he's starting it over and starting the same shit.
Yup. So this is one guy who dances with his mom, and I'm really watching him because like 2 or 3 months ago he was like nobody. He's like had less followers than me. Now he got over 2 million. He just bought a house.
Wow. 2 million?
2 million followers. Yeah.
How long have you been watching him?
It happened within a couple of months. Like a couple of months ago, he had 30,000 followers. Now he has 2 million. He just bought a house. He's doing all these collaborations with other viral people in like different countries and whatnot. And all he does is this weird dance. You'll know who it is. A white dude. He always has his mom in the background. But yeah, and he's going crazy. He's going crazy right now.
So I'm sure that kind of like watching that gives you a lot of like,
motivation.
I gotta keep on where I'm going with where you're at. But that leads me to my next question. So say that happened to you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind of like emotions or like emotions and steps like would be taken, like if like TikTok just popped for you tonight, you wound up with $1 million check in your account tomorrow. Like everything that you think is going on, because I know you have a lot of like momentum at this point. You got your viral videos, you got companies sending you stuff to do reviews, paid interviews. I've never been paid for an interview, even if it is a little bit like that is a step in the direction of the life that I'm perceiving that you want, and that anyone, I'm assuming, would want. You recently mentioned or made a video. You got Aiden Ross looking at you. So there's a lot of big things going on. So I feel like you're in like a very transitional period in your life, and in a good way, great way. If all this just clicked for you tomorrow, what's happening? What does life look like for you?
What's wild is like people think I would do this absurd change. And I wouldn't be too crazy. I know, because I've been planning it. Because I literally,
it's coming.
It's there. These viral videos with the way the ads work, like I've been getting decent amount of checks. But all I need is one, which I have this month, to hit the right way, and it's big money. But first thing I take care of is my brother. He's my rock. He's everything I have. I'm giving him money. I'm making sure he's straight for life. That's my first goal, period. He's done so much for me. Other than that, yes, Anthony, you already know, man. I wouldn't be here who I am without him. I might not even be alive. So he definitely gets the first outlook. But house, basic car, and I'm just trying to chill. I want to be able to I want to start a family is my thing, but I don't want them to ever feel like I felt in the terms of not knowing where your next meal is or where your parents are. Absolutely. And I'm in a decent place, and people say you'll never be ready, but I don't feel like I'm in a place where I'd be 100% comfortable knowing that forever I got everything taken care of without any bump. So if that was to happen, the family, the car, little house, looking out for my brother. And then of course I want to give back, because I wouldn't be anywhere I am without the people who support me and the people who watch me consistently. And it's still weird to me, like people will come up like, oh, I see you on TikTok, or oh, can you do a video? And people be like, oh, you're not humble, but like I really am. Like it really blows my mind. But I still know like I have a job to do and I have things that I have, so I can't stop and freebies and
Yeah, absolutely. No,
So-
that's understandable. It's got to be mutually
Yeah,
beneficial.
yeah.
And I feel like people, because people only know you from like the point on to where you're getting bigger and stuff like that. So, you know, I can only speak for myself, but in my perception, I think people forget that there's a life before that for every single person that you see.
Yes, sir.
So when you think someone's a certain type of way because of the content or the conversation you've heard, that's only one story of their life. Like, and you said you're a really humble person.
Yeah.
I'm that as well. Like, I don't believe people know that there's a background story as well. So one of the books I've read, that there's a big life lesson in there that I travel with through like all the time, is don't take anything personally.
Okay.
So from anyone, like, it's never personal. It's just a misunderstanding of your life from their perception. That's all it is.
Yes, sir.
It's never personal. So when you say that you're humble, and because people, you mentioned people just don't think it's gonna go that way. Like they don't think that's the interaction that they're gonna get.
Yeah.
But it's cool that there's people like you out there, because they get to run into you. They get to experience the, you know, misunderstanding that they put in your head.
Yeah, yeah.
Another cool saying that I like is from an author. He's actually a monk too. His name is Jay Shetty. I don't know if you ever heard of
I've
him.
heard the name, but yeah.
But he's another book I read, and it just mind-blowing, the thing that he said, and it clicked with me. It's I'm not what I think I am, and I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am.
Okay.
So it's a complete mind fuck, but it makes a lot of sense. And like you said, every time someone says, like, people just think I'm this person, but I'm actually humble. I like you know, I can engage, and they think you're stuck up or something, because it has to be mutually beneficial at some point. That is just part of involvement, but as far as being humble, you're still humble because you're even giving that opportunity.
Yeah.
So I know I just went on a rant.
No, I tell people all the time, because people hit me up, and like now I charge people for information, and the reason why I do that is because at one time I was getting a whole bunch of messages, like when I first started going viral, like, yo, put me on, how do you do this, how do you do that? And I'd write people these long books, like, this is what I did, these are the steps. I'll go to your page, like, oh, I see you're doing this, you should do this, and use these hashtags. And then people be like, okay, and then never do it, and just waste my time. And I put work into it, and it's like,
you found a formula that works, and
Yeah.
you're trying to give it to them, and they're not grasping.
and you're asking me for it.
Yeah.
Like, you're coming to me like, help me, and then I help you, and then you don't apply anything I said. And I hate that, and because it's a lot, like, because I take it serious.
You're passionate about
Yeah,
it.
so because like there's so much money out here that everybody could win if you're consistent, and if you're serious about it, I don't mind helping you do it at all. So, but then for me to go put time into it, I gotta watch your videos. I gotta see, all right, you're a family person, you do this. A lot of people hit me up and they'll do gaming. Like, look, people told me, you know, I should post at 6, 7, 8 o'clock, and I should do this. What do you think? And I'll go to their page and I'll be like, look, the majority of your followers are kids. So it really doesn't make sense for you to post gaming content at 9 o'clock at night when they probably have school tomorrow. They're not gonna be able to watch it. I'm like, you can go to your profile and it'll tell you have, most of your followers are males, most of your followers are females, most of the people who follow you are in this state or this time zone, and you can narrow it down. It even tells you how many, at like what time the majority of your followers are active. So I'm telling you this, like, yo, you can go here and find this. You have a gaming page, so you should use Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. Use that hashtag, because it'll go for you. Everyone's migrating towards that. Post at 5, 6 o'clock before kids eat dinner or go to bed, because your time zone, it's good for you there. Like, that's a lot of input to put in there for you to not do any of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So now I'm like, look, if you want the information and get serious, I'll charge you $20, which most of the time I don't even charge you. I just want to hear that you say you'll give me it, and then, all right, you're serious, so here's everything you need. So like, but people see that like, oh, he's stuck up, he's an a-hole, he's arrogant, he thinks he's better than everybody, and it's really not. Like, I've just been doing it for so long, and I know what it has to be, and if you're serious, I'm gonna help you, but if you're not, I don't want you to waste my time.
And it's not like, and the real thing is they're not paying for the information, they're paying to skip the mistakes that you make.
Yeah, you're paying for the experience. I tell them that too. Like, there's so much time, and the information I give you, there's so much you don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with posting videos multiple hours a day to find out which hour it is. You don't have to deal with finding the information that I could tell you where to find it now. I didn't know that they told you every hour, your followers. I didn't know they told you the state, none of that. I didn't know. I'm just posting randomly and hoping that I hit, and then writing it down and doing it the next day and keep doing it until it keeps happening. Like,
they got a story I heard one time about that. It's a dude's plane wasn't working, and he called a mechanic to come fix it, and the mechanic came and twisted a screw and was like, all right, I'll bill you next month, and he sent him a bill for like $5,000. And the dude was like, all you did was come and twist a screw, and you're $5,000? He's like, you're not paying me for twisting the screw, you're paying me for knowing why I needed to twist the screw and where to twist it.
Yeah,
so the 20 years it took for him to know that was the problem is what you're paying for.
Exactly.
But yeah, so like you said, we got a view on what your steps would be if everything just clicked tomorrow.
Yeah.
But obviously there had to be like habits set in place in order for you to get to a point like this. Like what, being consistent. So what were the constants in your life like for the last like year up until this point? Like obviously creating content, but was there any like training mindset wise or anything that had to be set in place, like actions that might not want to be done every day that need to be done? Or
just, it's a lot of research. It's always ongoing, and it's a lot of maintenance. So like, I get a whole bunch of notifications because I'm viral, and people think like I'm ignoring your comments, but it's like I literally can't get to them. I can't. And then,
which is a great problem to have.
And TikTok is so finicky with, you can't have, like anything could throw your algorithm off. If somebody likes too many of your videos in succession in a short period of time, it could get you shadow banned because they think you have bots trying to increase your views. So I get like if I showed you my phone right now, it'd be ridiculous. So I gotta scroll through, and I don't look for specific people. I'll look for like a certain image. Like if I see that this image popped up 30 times in a row, I gotta go there and block you. So it's a lot of maintenance, it's a lot of staying on top of it.
So is that a thing that people will go like a lot of your stuff to try to get your account?
All day. I just did it before I came here. All day. It happens all day. I just made a video for it on Facebook.
That is wild.
So,
talk about the extent someone will go to off the
Sometimes people just don't know, and they do it just because.
Just out of love, but they don't know that
it's hurting your account.
Wow, there's a lot behind that, huh?
So that's because my videos are short, like they're between 5 and 30 seconds, my videos. So you can literally sincerely watch a video real quick and then like it and scroll and like it and scroll. But yeah, that hurts your account. So I gotta be honest.
How did you figure this out? How did you know?
A lot of research, and I would notice that I'd be going viral, and that's when it happens the most. When I'll go viral, I'll get new people who never seen my account. Yeah, and they'll go and they'll like a whole bunch of stuff, and then the next day I won't have any views. Like none. And I couldn't understand it at first. I'm like, yo, I just went viral. There's no way that nobody's on my page. Even before that, like I had people on my page. So there's no way that I have nothing going on. So I'd like Google that, like, yo, what's going on? Or I'd look up YouTube, and then I'd see the shadow banned a lot. So I figured out what that was. And then what causes shadow bans, and it's people spamming your stuff, spam liking your stuff. If you post too many videos, like too closely together, I guess. I've never done that, but you get shadow banned for that. If you go on other people's account and do the same thing to other people, follow for follows or like somebody else's stuff extensively, because it happens to both parties, you get shadow banned. So it's a lot of maintenance.
It's a big how do I put this? That is a wide assessment of just being aware as the mindful.
Yeah.
Because that's not something easy to catch on your own. Like you're like the mindfulness it takes, and that's one of my favorite words that I use is just be mindful of everything you're doing.
Yes.
Because there's always those little things that you don't see that are right in front of you.
Yeah.
And that is wild. I'm trying to comprehend being able to catch that, be like, all right, my views aren't what they were yesterday, so why in the hell is this happening?
I'm on it.
Obviously, I think that would be a question anyone would arise to, but finding out that's the reason is wild to me.
It's so much stuff could throw you out of the algorithm, and that's why I'm always.
Is there a place that you can even look up what is TikTok's or what is Instagram's algorithm? Is there a place that teaches you algorithms, or
you just gotta get into it,
or pay someone to?
I really just think it's consistency because all they care about is they want to get people on their platform, and then know that while you're on the platform that you're gonna stay on there and get other people to see you. So, and it's just like a business. You want to have repeated customers coming here. They're gonna come here when they know you're open every day. So oh, this person's consistent. I'm gonna go to this shop. I know it's always open. I'm here, and that's the same thing with the TikTok. It doesn't matter what you post as long as you post it consistently. And the algorithm, and people are doing the weirdest stuff on there. The AI things, I don't know if you see people act like AIs. So they'll do lives like this, and they'll just sit in front of the camera, and TikTok has a whole bunch of different gifts. You can send roses, you can send spicy chicken wings, there's just everything that you send, so they're like stickers, but they come with an amount of money. So a rose is a penny, and they have if you send galaxies, it shows a planet, and it's $10 or $1,000 or some stupid shit. But people will get the gifts, and while they're seeing the gifts, they'll react to the gifts. So they're like, "Ooh, roses! It smells nice," and people will keep sending them that, and they'll keep doing that like a robot. They'll do it all day. So the one girl, she's a Spanish girl. She's really good at it, and she gets corn. They send her corn on the cob a lot. She goes, "Corn on the cob," and she'll lick her fingers, and she does that for hours, and she's making money the whole time.
This is blowing up.
Yeah, there's this black dude, skinny black dude. He's on house arrest now. That's a big thing on TikTok. But he was being Miles Morales, so he dressed up, had the Spider-Man thing on. He has a little afro, and they send him galaxies, which is a big amount of money on there. And he'll be like, "Oh, I feel like I'm in another dimension," and he'll run around the camera and then jump back in front of the camera. And he was doing it so much that he almost passed out. He was sweating. He made $47,000 in one stream.
In one stream. What was the duration?
I think he was 13 hours in.
Jeez.
Yeah, and TikTok gets a percentage of that, obviously.
Yeah.
I think they take half. Yeah, they take
half
of that.
Wow, yeah. I did not know that either.
They take, if you're under 10,000, if you're 10,000 and over, you are able to make money off your lives, and they take half. When you're 100,000 or over, they still take half unless people think a tip you. You're allowed to get tips.
And they don't take your tips.
They don't take your tips at all. Yeah, otherwise, half.
That's wild. So they're in other words, big pimping. Right?
Yeah.
They got you.
But they're the easiest platform to do it on. And then YouTube pays the most.
I heard, aren't they?
YouTube pays the most. Mm-hmm. They just increase what they pay, so it is a lot better. But YouTube is still the boss. It's still the big dog.
So do you think that you have TikTok figured out enough to where someone came to you and was like, how much would you charge me to be with me from step A to step Z as far as you know, and they didn't care about the price you gave them? Would you be confident enough to lead someone in that direction?
Yes, as long as they're serious, I know it could happen. I even without me by your side, if you're serious and consistent, it's gonna happen. Yeah. That's just how the platform is, and that's why so many people are migrating there.
If someone were to come up to you and ask you that, what type of number do you think you would tell them?
It would be G money, probably. It would, because
there's
thousands of dollars.
Okay.
G money.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Terminology.
Just because the time frame is unpredictable. Like, it could happen in a week. It could happen, like, mine.
We'll put a specific number on it. It could be, obviously, disclaimer, we're not going to hold them accountable.
Of course.
So,
but
what do you think that number would be? Like, what value do you put on the information that you have?
man, it's crazy because I don't want to sound ridiculous.
It doesn't, bro. You can literally say because even if you said $100,000,
Yeah.
you really believe the information you have is worth $100,000. It's worth $100,000.
To put it lightly, I'd say something like 10 grand. And really, I say that because of the time, the duration of what it might take.
Well, you got to take away from your life to help this out. You got to explain things you probably haven't explained before that just make sense in your head. So you got to figure out how to format those things.
So, and I honestly would think I could probably have someone there in like 6 months, realistically. Like, viral. And if you're consistent, having your own views and making your own money from it. I believe in 6 months I could do that.
Well, if you got 10,000 in 6 months, you know where to find
That's
them.
crazy.
He's local too.
Yeah.
But you know what the craziest thing is, and I've never told this story on live, is that you would be surprised what you can get people to agree to if you just ask.
Yes, it's definitely.
One of my favorite stories of my entire life is I had a partner for an eBay store that I was running one time, and it was his first time ever freelancing. So he was like kind of worried about everything, the fast pace, like relying on ourselves. And I was like, the first thing that came to mind was I was like, come sign this napkin. I signed it too. We dated it. I have pictures of this for proof, which I'll see if I can stitch them into like proof. I posted it on my social media and said, someone come buy this napkin for $500 and find me in 10 years. Didn't give a specific thing I was going to give them. Just find me in 10 years for a surprise.
Okay.
And I've had a lot of followers watching my journey for so long. You know, in the back of my head, I'm like, you're fucking nuts. No one's going to come buy this napkin for $500. And I shit you not, within 2 weeks, these people came down from South Carolina and bought this napkin for $500.
That's crazy.
Which is why when you said, I don't want to put a big number to sound crazy, if you think and give the value that this thing is worth $10,000, it's worth. I sold a fucking napkin for $500. I have pictures of the people in my kitchen holding the napkin and everything.
That's fire.
So it's just about adding value. And whatever you think the value is, if you can get people to believe that's the value, that's the value. It really doesn't matter.
That's how I feel with it. Like, I sell views on TikTok, which is crazy because that's literally what I do. Like, people like put an ad, I'll let you put an ad on my video. I'm literally just selling views. I'm selling people watching your stuff, which is wild to me. Like, and you would never thought like, yeah, I could just tell people, look, I'll promote your stuff and they'll buy that. And then the same thing with the Aiden Ross thing, like.
Yeah, let's touch on that a little bit.
Like,
how did that come about?
I think it was a skit now that I see it, but he had supposedly fired some of his people and they were going viral because they were like crying about it. Like, if you're with Aiden Ross, it's a big deal. He pays you $50,000 a month. That's like his normal thing. $50,000 a month. He sets you up with a place to stream, and then you're good to go. You're under his team. All you have to do is stream 100 hours a month, 25 hours a week, 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. If you break it down like that, you can do more days, whatever. But 100 hours a month. And these people weren't doing it. So they started going viral, being mad, they lost their job, whatever. He started responding to these people like, look, this is what happened, da-da-da-da-da. I'm looking for new people to fill my roster. I still need to have a roster. I commented on it just to do it. Like, look, I'm interested, I'll do it. I'll put the time in. You don't even gotta pay me at first. I'll prove myself.
I seen that video.
Yeah.
You know, I understood like the direction you were going with it, and I gotta give you a lot of respect for that because that's, you know, just putting it out there is just a crazy part in general.
So then like they had like his team's like under the comment was like, oh, send us your email, we'll look into stuff, we'll contact you. So I did. Like, it can't hurt. And then they really did hit me up. Like, look, we seen your video. We showed Aiden the video of you talking to him personally. He's like, he likes the fact he's looking for people who are hungry to do it.
And he posted all this, by the way, so if you don't believe him, where can they find you again?
The Real Jump 77, any platform, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok is the big one. That's on there too.
Go fact check him because I've seen it all. That's why he's sitting here.
But yeah, so they hit me back with the email, like, look, he's interested. You know, it's not an offer yet, but these are the steps you have to do. They told me it'd take like 5 business days for them to hit me with the second step because I passed the first step. And they just hit me yesterday or the day before. Like, look, this is what you need. They sent me a PDF of, like, I need to have this many hours of streaming. I need to have this equipment. It has to look presentable. So I'm working on that, and then hopefully I'll be able to get to the next step. But yeah, all just thinking, like, it wasn't possible, but I'll give it a go because what can it hurt? And it ended up being good, so.
So what, where's that process at right now?
So I'm in the second stage. Today, actually, I'm getting a capture card because I need that to stream because I'm not on PC. I'm on my console. I have a PC, but it's not like the best PC. So I'm getting that today, and then today or tomorrow, I got to start logging my hours. So I think they're going to give me like a month.
Thought about this. Have you tried to make a video saying you might need a PC, and if anyone's interested in giving you one, you can give the
I should do that. I should definitely. I feel
because there's a lot of people that are watching you right now that would probably do anything to be a part of your journey right this second.
It's because.
So if you need a PC, I feel like you just making a video that you need one's gonna give you the attention that's gonna get you one.
It's crazy, man. I don't know, but I should do that. But because when I see other people do I don't like. It's cringy to me. Like,
gotcha.
I don't like, especially because people view me like, yo, you're doing this, so you're becoming successful. You shouldn't need anything. Like, and I get that a lot too. Like, why are you asking for this? When I was doing the whole Avalon thing, there were so many people talking so much trash, but you can't listen.
Was there really?
Yeah. Like it's wild. Like, I'll obviously highlight the people who show support because I'm not gonna highlight the negative. But it's wild, bro. It's wild.
I completely understand the business I'm in. I try to recruit on social media platforms and community pages I'm on. And you would not believe the amount of you would, but the people that get on there that have no idea what I got going on, how I got to this point, and they're just like scam.
They crazy because they'll really make up reasons and connect dots that aren't there to make it what it is. Or people just be on there to just be harmful to people, and I don't even waste time. But yeah, so when I first got on TikTok, I was too old, I was too fat, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that. And when I first started, I used to post a lot of edgy stuff on TikTok, edgy jokes. But some people, it's edgy, so it offends some people, and people would roast me on there crazy. Like, you shouldn't be talking, you're fat, you need to get off social media, get off the trike, go for a run.
But it's funny, all that led to where you're at right now.
I don't mind it either.
So actually that pops in another question in my head. Would you have changed anything that you went, the process that you've been through, would you have changed any of it?
The only thing I feel like I would do, because when I was doing the TikTok thing, I was only solely focused on TikTok. Because it was happening the fastest for me. So I was neglecting everything else. I neglected YouTube. I never really cared about Instagram until a month ago. I really didn't care about it. I would post on there, but I really wouldn't care about it. So I would pay more attention, and I would be more attentive to all the platforms.
Would there be any of them that you stayed away from that you just don't see value in committing time into?
Right now, Facebook for me isn't valuable. It's not. I don't. And to be honest, I hate my Facebook. To be honest, I have so many people on here who are my friends that out of any other platform, that's where a majority of my friends are, and I get no support on there, or very little support on there. And that's where all the harmful stuff comes from, that I shouldn't be doing this, or I'm too fat for that, or old, or whatever. And then they're not paying me well either.
So what's your, sorry to jump from that, because I got the answer, Facebook is one, but you said something that I feel like a lot of people go through, the support from the people that actually are your friends, the people that you actually know. What's your advice for that? What gets you through? What's your outlook on that, and what would you give advice to someone to get through that fact? Because that's where a lot of people stop. Yeah. Because of the support they don't get from the people they do know.
Yeah. There was a critical point because music is my life. People, if you really know me forever, that's what I invest my time in, my money, everything, music. And at one point, I was not gonna do it anymore. I made a last album and everything.
Oh man, it was
yeah,
done.
I was done. I was gonna sell my equipment, everything, and I'm so glad I didn't. And it was because the support I thought from the people and my peers and were friends and family and loved ones, it was not there at all. So what switched for me was I mean, we see it all the time. We'll see posts about it all the time where people won't support their local business or their local artist, but they'll support Drake or somebody they don't know and somebody bigger just because they have a name or whatever. So my whole thing was, I'm gonna become that for other people that don't know me. I'm gonna become the stranger that you support and like because you don't know me. And it worked out for me that way. Instead of trying to do certain things for these little bit of people that I know, little 100, 200 people I may know in real life, I just did what I wanted to do and let the people come to me. And I didn't worry about what anybody said, and I didn't worry about the hate I received, because you're gonna receive it no matter what you do. Whether you're doing good, I'm doing good right now, I'm not humble and I don't care about people. When I wasn't doing good, it was, he's a bum, he's this, he's that. It doesn't matter what you do. You're opening a business, you're not worried about certain people, or you don't care about people you've met in the past, or you left your old business. Like, nah, it's just people grow, and you just gotta focus on you. Because if you focus on everyone else, your life is gonna be miserable.
Absolutely. Well, validation is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, man.
But I really love your answer to that, because I have a really good, I have the same outlook on that as well. It's like, it's almost selfish for you to give up on something because the people you don't know don't support you. Because like you said, you're doing this for the people that don't know you, that are going through the same situation. It's like, and that's kind of the view I built in my head. Like, it would be selfish of me not to continue my journey, as good as it makes me feel, knowing that there's someone out there that could, even one thing I say could change their whole life. Like, it doesn't, that's why I get up every single day. It's kind of like a servant type thing. Like, like I feel like unless I'm being of service to, at least putting value out there to service anyone looking for the service, I feel like I'm being selfish. So I want to congratulate you on all your success so far. From man to man, I'm hyped that you made it past the troubles that most people give up on, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with this Aiden Ross thing. Even if it doesn't happen, that's a part of your story now, that was even that close to a situation. But it's gonna happen. We're gonna put that out in the universe.
Of course.
Coming in the next couple months, you're looking at Aiden Ross's new streamer. So be on the lookout for that. Any last words you want to say? Anyone that might be listening?
And back to because this guy is doing things too. So I'm exceptionally hyped, and I said to you before, at the progress, because I've seen, the before this, and this is amazing. Anybody following their dream, anybody doing something that they want to do, I 100% solely support. And the fact that we're in your office right now doing an interview in your base is like ecstatic for me. I love it. I love seeing the progress. I love seeing that you help people. Your positivity is unmatched, and I hope you continue to do well.
I appreciate that. I love when great minds come together, and you never know what the future holds for the two of us. We're definitely going to have him back on later down the road, being that is I can afford it at that point in time, because this man's on a journey.
I'm trying.
And ain't nothing but respect towards that. Yeah, man. Thank you for coming. I appreciate
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Yes, sir. All right, world. You guys have a good day.